What's up, Council of Comics? It's time for Film and Box Office News, episode 78. Hey, we're doing London Has Fallen this week. Back in 30 seconds.
What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Film and Box Office News Live Podcast, episode number 78, I believe. I wrote the wrong thing in the thing, but that's all right. We're going over all the film, all the box office, and this is Morgan Freeman. I think you should look outside your window right now.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. Someone superhuman who can come and save my life. Crisis after crisis.
What is good, Council of Comics? Welcome to the Film and Box Office News Live Podcast, episode number 78. London Has Fallen. Oh my God, so much to talk about. All the film, all the box office news. But first, the loyal council, Phil, green shirt guy, and the avatar of Cliff. How are you?
What? What's up?
Doing good.
Cliff is Spider Boy today.
I feel like it's appropriate.
Hey.
We want to thank everybody for watching. I looked up there like the camera was up there. Camera's right here. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Watch some videos. Thank you for joining us. Your first time joining in? Welcome. Welcome all new watchers to come and watch us. All right. Let's start off with what we always start off with.
Wait, can we start off with something special tonight?
What are we doing? I love how Cliff
Yes, I want to wish Papa Wheelie that he gets well.
Oh, Papa Wheelie, yes. Please, everybody, send your prayers out for Papa Wheelie. He's not feeling well right now. And we just really, really want everybody to put him in your prayers because we really do care about him and hope he gets better. Boom. All right. Young at Heart Foundation. This foundation is run by our good friend Mike out in California. It's a great organization that believes in faith, trust, and trust and faith. That's his thing. They do wonderful things for the kids out in California that are waiting medical procedures. There's a couple ways that you can help out with this organization. You can become a donor by going to Donate at Life America with this little button on the website right here and register to become a donor. More than 100,000 people are waiting for a life-saving transplant, and you can help them by registering as an organ donor today. The second way you can help is to sponsor a Hope Kit that is 100% tax deductible. They take all the funds and create these nice little gift boxes for the kids, and they might even set up some celebrity guest meetings with them to make them feel good. So if you want to get in touch with Mike, you can give him a phone call at 323-396-9998 or email him at info@youngatheartfoundation.com. Next up, Alterniverse. This is our home away from home. This is where we buy all our comic books, where we come and meet each other every week, have crazy conversations, just talk about things of life, the world, comics, totally, where we film everything. It's located at 870 Violet Avenue in Hyde Park, New York. It's run by our good friend Anthony, one of the best people in the business. They have comics, cards, toys. They offer the Hudson Valley's best selection in comic books. They even bag and board all the comic books. If you want to start a pull list with Alterniverse, you can get 10% off your books. If you do, you just have to give Anthony a call at 845-233-4234 or email him at alterniverse2@aol.com, and the website is alterniverse.net.
And we have the Alterniverse Facebook group as well.
Yes. So join the Alterniverse Facebook page, group, thingy. Council of Comics YouTube channel. We're at 812. We're pushing up there. We're going to get there. We're going to get to that 1,000 eventually. I saw a little jump in the algorithm in a lot of our videos. And I think if we just keep pushing hard, keep giving out this good content, eventually everything will pay off. We have tons of new videos. We got the Thundercats #1 exclusives from Alterniverse. We did a video on that where Chris Capana, Ryan Gary Brown, and Tom Ryan were there. We got to interview all of them and the people that were there getting their books signed and remarked. That's a great video that you can go and show some love to. The most recent new comic book day is up. The skit is the world's most interesting comic book collector. Skit speaks for itself. We also do lives, like right here, Film and Box Office News. And tomorrow night is our new keys and hot comics of the week, where we do our giveaways every month. You want to tune into that at 8 p.m. We also have Cliff on comics. Cliff is at 639. Let's try to get him to that 700 and then get to the big one. Cliff does amazing unboxings on his channel. He's even created the amazing show Cliff's Crisis Quest Exceptional Comics Trivia. Cliff, when do you know the next one will be?
I plan to have one this Thursday, and the 28th will be, my special episode. So this month, I just want to have I'm trying to have a different group each week. And and of course, I'm having some extra special challengers for the 28th that I'm working on.
Excellent. We also stream Cliff's Crisis Quest on our channel, so you can watch them on both. So give a sub up to Cliff on Comics. The last thing I want to give a shout out to is Collecting with Durs, because he always puts these things up. We are in Sunday's legendary lineup, ladies and gentlemen. 10:45, it's Church with the Reverend family. Then at 5 o'clock, it's us for Film and Box Office News. Then at 7 p.m., it's Kick It with K-Pop. And then at 8:30 is Legion of Comics with their show. And then at 9 p.m. is Black Crown Comics with their weekly comic wrap-up. And then finally at 10 o'clock is Sunday Night Live with Trev the Shipping Guru and Evil's Comics. That's Sunday's best lineup for comic book content, for anything content. So make sure you sub up those channels and you like those channels as well. All right. That was a lot. All right. Still doing good. Still doing good. All right. Let's just get into Phil. Bring up the Oscars of today.
The Oscars are tonight.
We talk about the Oscars for a little bit. They do have their part in this whole thing. Did we put weight in it? Some people do. Some people don't.
I think it puts a little bit. Nothing like
I used to care.
Crazy, but we got it right here.
Yo,
And,
some of you have your football gambling league. I have my Oscars gambling league. It's a lot of fun.
Before we do that, wait, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's here. Now, Screw says 1971. Thank you for joining us as always. Digger Jim 720. Thank you for joining us. Brian LCS is in the house. Thank you for joining us, Brian. Okay. All right, Phil, you can load her up.
how do I just? Am I already
click
there?
it, click it, and then you got to go to the. There you go.
You go. Okay.
All right, let's just run through this real quick. What we think here. This is actor in a leading role. Are those all the nominees? Can you? There you go. All right,
Cillian
so
Murphy.
we got.
You have to make it. Hold on.
It's Cillian Murphy's to lose.
Do you think Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer?
Without question. It's his to lose.
Yeah, I want to give it to Cillian Murphy as well. Although Killers of the Flower Moon was very good.
Yeah, but there's nobody from that on here.
No, for a leading role.
Also, I can't see from this tiny screen.
Oh yeah, it's Bradley Cooper.
All right, let me read them out. It's Bradley Cooper.
Cillian Murphy and Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper, Coleman Domingo, Paul Giamatti, and Cillian Murphy and Jeffrey Wright. So I'm gonna go.
Cillian, by the way, because he's Irish.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's the reason why.
No, definitely. I definitely want to give it to Cillian.
So his name's pronounced Cillian, not Cillian.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I say it's his. That's an easy one. Actor in a supporting role: Sterling K. Brown, Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr., Ryan Gosling, Mark Ruffalo. It's got to go to Ryan Gosling.
It's Robert Downey Jr.
I would, for me, it's a toss-up between Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Gosling.
I thought Ryan Gosling did a lot more.
They're not giving Ryan Gosling an Oscar for Barbie. I'm sorry.
Why not? See, now you're showing. Okay, let's see why.
Because I know how the Academy works, man. Like you
wouldn't you think that kind of movie is in line with how the Academy works?
What's that?
Wouldn't you think that movie is in line with what the culture of the Academy?
Nope.
I don't know.
Listen,
but you're
it
right.
can go.
Probably,
It can go either way.
Yeah.
Let's remember historically, the Academy doesn't mind shocking us with a surprise now and again.
Yeah, I
Right?
think
Like De Niro could get this and just surprise us all.
I wouldn't shock me if they
Exactly,
gave it
like
to
De Niro. I
but
don't like
think
De
they're going to.
Niro. Not this time.
Or I mean, really, if they gave it to Sterling K. Brown, I wouldn't be shocked by that either. But I think it's Robert Downey Jr.'s.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. Actress in a leading role. You have Annette Bening for Naiad, Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller, Autonomy of a Fall, Carrie Mulligan for Maestro, and Emma Stone.
Maestro. It's Maestro.
Sorry, green shirt guy. I didn't know you were going to be the
Just say
grammar
the
guy
word
today.
I'm sorry you're
That's
pronouncing
two
it.
shots for grammar.
He's
from
a
Green
grammar
Shirt
guy every day. Just watch out.
Maestro.
Maestro.
Is it Maestro or Maestro?
It is. It's Maestro.
It's Maestro.
Because he's a
Maestro.
conductor.
Okay.
Much like
Maestro.
it's not Maestro in the comics.
All right, I gotta watch my grammar because I got this guy scoping me out here. So it's Sam has fallen. Sam has fallen. All right. Who do we think's gonna win this?
I think it's Lily Gladstone.
Lily Gladstone.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Emma Stone gets it. But I think it's Lily
I
Gladstone.
think it's Lily Gladstone. I thought, she's great in that movie. That's a great movie. Yeah.
Also, I very much enjoyed Annette Bening and Naiad. I don't know if I don't know. I mean, I really liked her in that. Any of those three, I would be happy with them winning it. I think they all did great this year.
I'm gonna go with Emma Stone for the shocker.
It wouldn't surprise me, but I think it's Lily Gladstone to lose.
Yeah.
Next,
but she did great. She did great, so I would love it. But Lily also did great, and Annette Bening is a freaking, she's just she's a standard.
Actress in a supporting role: Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer, Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple, America Ferrera for Barbie, Jodie Foster for Naiad, and Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers.
I want America to get it. I don't know if she will get it, but I want America to get it.
Yeah, I don't think her performance was
she
I don't
gives
think
the
Oscar worthy
of the year. She gives the speech of possibly the millennium. All right,
Oh,
she
stop with the
deserves
speech
something
of
for
one
that.
millennium. You stop. You
Of
can
the
miss the
millennium
speech of
clip.
millennium crap.
You know how many world things have gone on that she's got to give the speech of the millennium?
I think,
On behalf of women, possibly, yes. And I know
Maybe.
she didn't write the words,
behalf
but
of
she
women,
delivered it.
possibly.
I think Emily Blunt has no chance because I don't think she's in the movie enough. I didn't see Color Purple, so I really can't say how. I think my heart wants to go with Divine Joy Randolph, but I mean, I don't know. To give it to Jodie Foster as end of her career type thing.
And again, I did enjoy Jodie Foster and Naiad. I was actually nearly overjoyed to see her presence in that movie. So I wouldn't be mad at her winning, but I really wanted to go to America Ferrera.
I think Jodie's gonna win that. Rich Davis, who's getting slapped this year? No one, I hope. Jeez, no one. And Toy Gaines says, "Is Cliff calling in from prison?" I mean, he says he's not. Toy Gaines, he says he's not, but we don't know. Animated.
Trust me. If I'm gonna be in cuffs, Toy Gaines is gonna be the first to know.
Animated feature film: The Boy
If this doesn't go to Spider-Man
in the Horan, Hayao Miyazaki and Toshio Suzuki, Elemental, Peter Sohn and Denise Ream, Nimona, Nick Bruno, Troy Kwan, these names, geez, Kanye, Karen Ryan, and Julie Zachary, Robot Dreams, Pablo Berger, Ivan Cormenzana, Ignacy Estape, and Sandra Tapia Diaz, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Kent Powers, Justin K. Thomas, Phil Lord, Christopher Miller, and Amy Pascal. It's got to go to Spider-Man.
Across the Spider-Verse, baby.
If it's not that one, I'd be shocked. The other one I could see maybe if they want to go Robot Dreams, but it's got to be Spider-Man.
Has any animated feature series ever won back-to-back Oscars?
Yes.
Not that I can think of, but let this be our
I
first
would love
example.
it if this was the first one to ever do that.
It's,
Like the
you know, it's either I haven't seen the Miyazaki, but I hear that's like really
The
good.
Boy and the Heron is not the best Miyazaki film, but it's good.
Okay.
All right.
I'm hoping for Spider-Man. Yes, I'm definitely hoping for Spider-Man.
Cinematography: El Conde, Edward Lachman. Killers of the Flower Moon, Rodrigo Prieto. Sorry. Matthew Libertique for Maestro. Oppenheimer, Hoyt van Hoytema. And Poor Things, Robbie Ryan.
Oppenheimer's
Phil
To be
putting
that
his
one.
Let me
Oppenheimer.
tell you.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer's
Let
gonna
me
win.
tell you, Oppenheimer is gonna have to get it. Like, I'll be shocked if it doesn't get it. But El Conde, which is about a vampire, for such a limited budget film, the cinematography is incredibly impressive.
Okay. I haven't seen that. I gotta
Just
see that.
this is my subtle way of letting everyone know that I've researched the films this year.
Right.
We need a researcher. Custom design: Barbie, Jacqueline Duran, Killers of the Flower
Oh,
Moon,
hell
Jacqueline
yes!
West, Napoleon,
Hell yes!
Yantri Yates, and Dave Crossman. Can I tell them the
Costume
nominees
design.
first? Jeez. Oppenheimer,
Costume
Ellen
design,
Miro,
not
Greg.
custom design. Costume design.
Did I say custom? I meant
Yes, you
custom.
did.
Poor Things, Holly Waddington. See, that's why you're here, Green Shirt
I
Guy.
might
You can
actually
help
have
me
to give this one to Barbie, right? Like that.
Yeah, that
Um,
shit needs to go to Barbie. It'll be robbed if it doesn't go to Barbie.
Yeah, it might be a
out.
Barbie.
I don't know, Green Shirt Guy. You think they're gonna give it to Barbie?
We don't want to give nothing to Barbie.
He doesn't want to
That's
give
not it.
anything
No,
to
I have
Barbie.
I
But
have the
I'm
category
sorry,
I'm
the
gonna give
things
Barbie,
that they
but-
had to come up with to bring to life in Barbie were very impressive.
What?
Yeah, here's the thing though.
Wait,
As
what?
much
What did
as-
they have
as-
to bring to life in Barbie that was so impressive? The scenes in the
Dude,
cities look just
ages,
like the toy.
ages
Right.
of Barbies that they had to bring to life as people. Does that not seem impressive?
Not really. Here's what I'm saying.
It's a tough one, Cliff.
I will say that it looked good, but here's the thing: if they had done something ridiculous, you would be like, "Yeah, well, that's Barbie, so whatever." Whereas these other ones, they have to make it look like the period that it's in.
Yeah.
I
And
would
I'm
say the
sorry, but we
Napoleon
have
costumes
so
were-
many period movies that it's the period movies that do not impress me here. The fact
Okay.
that people really
But-
tried to
but-
bring
but-
even Sugar Daddy to life in the Barbie movie. I mean, like, that's some work. I want to go to the
Pretty
Barbie movie.
impressive.
I'm sorry.
Here's my thing: Napoleon, the costumes are amazing in it. It looked just like the period, but I'm going to go with Oppenheimer again. I think Oppenheimer's going to have a big night.
All right. Next up, directing: Anatomy of a Fall, Justin Chiet. Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese. Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan. Poor Things, Yorgos Lantimos. The Zone of Interest, Jonathan Glazer.
I think it's gonna be those two guys.
I
It's
I
one
don't
of-
think they give.
be
I don't think they give it
Oppenheimer.
to Scor- I don't think they give
Yeah,
it to Scorsese. for this
Scorsese
one.
does not deserve over Oppenheimer.
No, it's gonna be those-
I mean, like, Oppenheimer
Again.
was a movement. Like,
Cliff, you researched it.
I'm just saying, I've seen both films. All right, I think the directing is great for both films. If I were trying to be like really, really discriminate, like if I were actually voting, for me, I would give it to Killers of the Flower Moon. I felt like there was just more there to be conducted, right? And a lot more character work going on throughout the length of that movie. But both are serious competitors, and I don't want to take anything away from Oppenheimer. That was a lot of work and a lot of commitment too. But I also feel like you weren't managing as large of a cast either. So
Of
just
what?
my
In
thought.
what?
In Oppenheimer,
Are you kidding me? Every
It
scene
is-
that came on, it was like, oh, this person's in that movie. Oh, this person's in that movie. That cast was huge.
it is a large cast, but there are massive heavy lifters in that one. Versus Killers of the Flower Moon has a large cast, and they're all carrying a similar load. I feel like, from a directorial standpoint, you're doing more directing with more people in Killers of the Flower Moon. I know this is just a very, very technical point I'm going on. Again, it's probably going to go to Oppenheimer. I won't be mad for it to go to Oppenheimer.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Documentary feature film. Bobby Wine, The People's President, The Eternal Memory, 4 Daughters, To Kill a Tiger, and 20 Days in Mariupol. I don't know any of these.
Yeah,
For me, the only one I've seen is To Kill a Tiger, so I'm giving it To Kill a Tiger.
As was the one I was gonna pick.
okay. Wow. I have to brush up on my documentary because I'm usually all over those.
Documentary short film, The Arcs of Book Banning, The Barber of Little Rock,
ABC's
Island
a
in
book
Between.
banning.
I said The Arbors. I need
Damn,
glasses.
man, dude.
The ABCs of book banning. The Barber of Little Rock, Island in Between, The Last Repair Shop, and Nine and Y Pole.
Again, I've only seen The Art of Book Banning. I will give it to that.
Last repair shop.
See, he said The Art of Book Banning too. Cliff needs glasses too.
The
ABCs.
book
I'm sorry, the ABC. Again,
I'm not the
I
only
can't
one that needs
see-
glasses, see?
I'm saying
I can't, but I can't see the screen at all, dude.
last repair shop. Last repair shop.
What's this next one? Film editing, Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things.
Oh, Oppenheimer for sure, because I
Yeah.
will have to admit that is some massive, heavy-duty film editing going on there.
Yeah.
Holdovers was
Yeah, I
good too.
agree.
But yeah.
I agree.
Holdovers is, by the way, Holdovers really good. Like, sorry
is
we're
a
not
great
talking
movie,
about that
right?
movie more.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I said, I'm sorry we're not talking more about that movie. That
It's
was a
been
good
up
movie.
You
for
guys
a
mentioned
lot
it
of
a couple weeks ago when
awards.
I saw it. It's great.
It's like the secondary movie to Oppenheimer in the Barbie, and it's always like, every award it pulls tonight, it's almost like at the underdog.
Best international feature film: Il
Zone of Interest.
Capitano, Perfect Days, Society of the Snow, The Teacher's Lounge, The Zone of Interest.
Zone of Interest is gonna win.
Zone of Interest will probably win, but I give zero crap. I've seen none of these, and I'm offended
Oh,
offended
boy.
that
Be careful,
Godzilla minus
Russell.
one is not in this category.
Didn't come out in time.
that is-
Mm.
yeah, dude, because it's up for another
I
category.
think it's for next year.
Yeah, it came out in time because it's nominated for another Oscar, but not here.
is
I'm
it?
very
Oh.
mad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
makeup
and that's
and
on the filmmakers because you put yourself out to be nominated. It's not like completely the Academy. Sometimes you push for yourself.
makeup and
Okay, but we
hairstyling.
know how the Academy works. There's a lot of shaking and baking and marketing that goes on, and when you're
That's my
foreigners
point.
in a country that
Shanking and
doesn't just
bacon.
let
That's
you
my
travel
point. So
whenever
if you're
you
a
want.
producer for that, and you didn't really push. That's on you.
That's your fault. See, it's all your fault.
I'm not gonna put that on the foreigners.
Makeup and hairstyling. Golda, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Society of the Snow.
Poor things.
Probably Poor Things.
I think it's gonna be poor
Probably
things.
Poor
Okay.
Things, but also Barbie being robbed in this category. I don't want to hear it.
Oh my goodness. Music original score. American Fiction. Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny, baby. Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. Now, I'm a John Williams fan. His scores.
Yo,
are just
I
incredible.
bet you Indiana Jones is gonna get it.
Really?
Yeah, but also the score for Killers of the Flower Moon is excellent. It
Robbie
adds
Robertson,
gravitas
the,
to everything.
the band.
I'm gonna say Oppenheimer again.
Ludwig
That
is
one
beast
I'm
as
not.
well.
I would
Ludwig
like
is a beast.
Oppenheimer not to get that. Also, I don't want to crap all over Maestro. Maestro had some really great music. I just didn't find it to be like a movie that like I was excited about or talking about or thinking about after I saw it.
All right.
And I was excited to see it because we are talking about a real life queer person, and I wanted the story to be told properly and strongly for freaking Netflix, and it was all right. That said, The Killers of the Flower Moon is memorable, and I like it stayed with me. In a fair critique, I want them to have the soundtrack.
All right. Music original song. We got The Fire Inside, I'm Just Ken, It Never Went Away.
I'm just kind
Well, I say how I say, and What Was I Made For?
Okay, I think we can all agree it's got to be I'm Just Ken.
Yeah, I would agree.
Again, it's memorable. It left an imprint on everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember any of these other songs.
Well, the other one for Barbie.
The other one's Barbie. It's Billie Eilish.
And that one, I think it's gonna be I'm Just Ken.
That's crazy to have 2 songs nominated. All right, Best Picture.
Picture, the big one.
American Fiction, Anatomy of a Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, Too Many Nominations, Zone of Interest.
It is too many nominations. But in my heart, I believe that the real battle is Barbie versus Oppenheimer. But it'll probably be Oppenheimer. But
There
I will
should
be
be no
thrilled
battle.
if it's Barbie.
They're not.
There
giving
should be
Barbie
no
Best Picture.
battle. Oppenheimer was a
there's
far
no chance
superior
that
movie
Barbie
than
Best
Barbie.
There's no chance Barbie gets Best Picture. Zero chance.
I'm saying.
Cliff, do you think Barbie is...
Listen,
Cliff,
I'm saying.
do you honestly think that Barbie... I like Barbie. I'll say it. But it is in no way on the level of Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
It's not on the level of
I'm
the
already familiar with. Gave it a fresh spin. It's impactful to audiences. I understand it winning, but it's territory that I have been through many times in my life. Barbie took me somewhere, made me feel something, made me think about things. Again, that could happen to somebody watching Oppenheimer. I feel much more strongly about Barbie. I had much more impressive experiences with Barbie. And again, they're both great films, but I feel like Greta and everyone involved, I felt like they were really trying something special. I feel Mattel, of all people, actually put themselves out there with this crazy movie. And I think they've reaped rewards for it, and I really think it's a great film. And it's the film that I have thought about most out of those in this category. Again,
Your pick for Best Picture?
Still not going to
win. I understand that I can be the minority here. I would love it to win. You know, and if it's Oppenheimer, I understand. Great. And if it's one of the other ones, that would be a very thrilling change. But the only 3 films that I saw that made a major impact on me out of the big hitters, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Barbie. Barbie's the one that's made me think and feel the most.
Kamaria says, "What was I made for?" is everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if it won.
Yeah.
Same level, just completely genres. Brian else said, "Cliff, the movie or the doll?"
We all know I'm talking about the movie.
Anthony's in the house. That's the owner of that wonderful alternative shop that I was telling you guys about. All of those movies are awesome for visual effects. Yeah, we're gonna finish with this last one right here. Visual effects, because this is more in our category here. We got The Creator, Godzilla -1, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1, and Napoleon.
I hope Godzilla gets an Oscar.
Me
Godzilla
too.
-1
Come
was
on,
amazing.
Phil.
It can be The Creator.
That movie was a fucking shaker. All right.
Hey, watch your mouth. We got children watching it. See, Council.
You know what? I want photographic evidence when there's children. So but that movie really came out of nowhere and was incredibly impressive. Incredibly impressive.
Huh?
It's gonna be The Creator.
It's
gonna be The Creator.
If it's The Creator, I'm gonna be mad.
You're gonna be
watch
mad.
out, world.
Get yourself prepared to be mad because it's gonna win.
Cliff is gonna Godzilla minus this whole place if that doesn't win.
Yeah. Do you drink through the whole Oscars and everything, Cliff?
Do I drink through the Oscars?
Yeah.
No, and the East Coast of America is lucky that I don't.
Digger Jim.
Can you imagine angry drunken Cliff? Oh, deadly.
Digger Jim 720 says Godzilla or it's rigged, my friend.
Yeah. I'm going with Godzilla.
That's right.
Really? It was Godzilla. When I went to Godzilla -1, I was expecting the Godzilla. I wasn't expecting like this huge big screen experience that I got. And I was just like amazed. And the effects were great. And on like a $15 million budget is actually like
incredible. And it was a genuinely
Phil, point your mic more up towards you.
Oh, sorry. That's
Sorry.
better.
Yeah, that's cool. What were you saying, Cliff?
That it was a genuinely unique experience.
Okay. Well, those are some
You
categories
saw
right
it, didn't
there.
you?
I have not seen Godzilla yet.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
see
Yeah, we
Godzilla.
all told you.
Hey, don't judge me. I got bills to
It's-
I'm
pay.
not judging you. I'm just saying, like Phil and I literally took you aside. It's like you've got to drop everything and see it.
I will see it one day. I will see it one day.
You'll see it one day, or you'll own a copy of Helverine one day. Which one is it going to be? Which one comes
Yeah.
first?
Probably I'll see it before I get a copy of Wolverine. The box office, ladies and gentlemen. Kung Fu Panda number 4.
Wow,
Kicking
look at
Dune
that.
Part 2 out of the top slot this week. 58 million. Oh. Is that good? Do we think Kung Fu Panda should do more?
Nah, that's about right.
I think that's good. I'm surprised that it knocked Dune out so quick.
I'm not that surprised because it's a family movie.
That's
And we
true.
do not have a
This,
lot of family movies out there at the moment. This is a good time for them to strike.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
All
right
right.
after Dune. Like if you were doped up for Dune, like you got there.
All right. Came in at 58 million. Doom Part 2 drops to number 2, dropping 44%. It made 46 million. Let's see where they're at on the worldwide. 367 in 2 weeks.
Very nice.
Not
Not
for
bad.
worldwide.
Not
bad.
Not bad.
So
I
in
hear it's a
two,
great
in 2
movie.
weeks, it started kicking Black Adam's ass.
Yes.
Why are we still
So
beating
that's a
up
good
on
sign.
Black Adam in DC? They're dead. Stop
No,
kicking them when
listen.
they're down.
Listen, I don't mean to be like cruel. I'm just pointing out that's an incredibly strong start for Dune, right? If it's laying down those kind of numbers in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I agree. Imaginary comes in at number 3. It's a scary, scary movie. Made about 10 million. Cabrini is a newcomer. Made a 7.5. Bob Marley, One Love drops 45%, making 4 million, but it also dropped in 626 theaters. Ordinary Angels comes in with 2 million, dropping 45%, also dropping from 697 theaters. Madam Web still making the mills, baby. 1.1, 64.5% down. It dropped from 1,101 theaters.
That's
Sheesh.
surprising. Like the theaters
Wow.
that still have Madam Web, they went to see it this weekend. I guess.
Yo,
Maybe.
people went to see. Yo, there are people out there who are like, yo, I absolutely have to see what level of train wreck this is. There are people out there. I went because I wanted to see what level of train wreck it was. So, give those people their credit. The train wreck lovers. I got it.
Madam Web came in at 7. Migration number 8 with 1.1. YOLO comes in new at number 9 with 840,000. Wonka still in the top 10 with 600,000, but it dropped from 728 screens. Demon Slayer dropped 73%, still brought in about $500,000. Argyle still brought in about $500,000. Perfect Days 300,000. Poor Things still making some money. As we go down, who's the worst that we always give shout out to? They shot the piano player.
9
Still
theaters.
made $2,500. It went up in 2 theaters. You're still in there, kid. You still got a shot.
That means did you see the average? That means the average is like 28 people per theater for that movie.
It's on the list. It could say it's on the list.
It's true.
Yeah, that's a quick box office this week. Kung Fu Panda comes out king. Doom Part 2 still hanging in there strong. New entries, Imaginary and Cabrini jumping in the top 5. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the show where we ask you to take out your notebooks so we can discuss your homework. And your homework for this week, as Phil is graciously showing you. London has fallen. Part 2 of the Has Fallen series, starring Gerard Butler, Aaron Eckhart, and Morgan Freeman. All right, to start off, I don't know why this doesn't play the trailer when I want. This was 10 times better than the first one.
Well, I
Wow.
don't know about
I
that.
enjoyed.
Oh my God, it
Yeah,
really
I
is.
enjoyed this.
It
you
one.
really
serious?
is.
I'm dead serious.
Okay.
Yeah,
Me too.
it is so much better. Like,
Disagree.
This one was. This one had for number one. Number one, this one had better action for sure.
Okay.
yes,
disagree.
definitely had better action.
Disagree.
Why, green shirt guy? What is your disagreement?
I think the action was on par with the first one. I don't think it was better. I think the plot. Was a
Dude,
little
the
more
gunfight in
disjointed.
this one. The
Oh my God,
gunfight
there
was
was so much
incredible.
more.
You can feel that way. I disagree.
There was so much more in this movie, though. Like, the White House thing happened at the White House, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this happened like
After
in
they
London,
blow
but
the
they
thing-
killed
after-
4 or 5 world leaders.
After that opening salvo, not much happens in this movie. And
I could disagree with
they
that.
should have blown up. They should have blown up Big Ben.
What do you
and
mean?
not Westminster Abbey.
You said after that first thing, there was no action?
There's not any more than the first one.
What are you talking about when they blew up the
After
house, the
opening
wedding?
salvo, they blow up all that stuff around London.
Oh, that.
Not a whole lot happens. It's them hold up in a building here, hold up in a building here, shooting a few people here, then hold up in a building here.
What do you want? You want the whole? You
I'm
want everything
saying that-
blowing up
I'm
every
saying
5
in
minutes?
The first one, there was more to do. That's what I'm saying.
He's
That's
like,
not
blow
my
up this
opinion.
building, blow up that building. Keep
They blew
blowing
up
it
a
up.
bunch of buildings. I will give you
That
they blew up
part
a
where
bunch of
like
buildings at
the
beginning.
car on fire rolls down at them and they're like going
Huh.
up the alleyway and there's that whole like shootout.
But they did so much more than just blow up a couple of buildings. They blew up the bridge that killed the Japanese prime minister. They
And
blew up Westminster Abbey, however you say that thing.
Westminster Abbey.
They blew that
But they
place
should've
up.
And they
blown
blew
up
up
Big
the
Ben.
bridge in a way like they took out the suspension wire of the bridge so it like collapsed on it.
They killed 4 to 5 world leaders. That's
Of
tremendous.
2 that you saw.
What do you mean of 2 that you saw?
You don't actually see the French guy die. You know he dies, but you don't actually see him die. You see the Japanese guy go into the water, and you see the German chancellor
I'm
get
pretty
shot.
sure it's understood that they're gonna die unless
I'm
there's
not saying
superheroes
that,
in
but
this
you don't
world.
see any of that.
But what do you- they're dead.
It's presumed, but you don't see
Why
it.
do you want to see that death?
I'm not saying I want to see it. What I'm saying is, you're like, oh, they killed all these people. You don't see it. You just there's explosion, so you're okay. That person's dead.
I don't understand. What do you want? Describe the scene that you would want.
I don't need another scene. What I'm saying is, you're giving them credit for things that you really don't see.
Well, that's what filmmaking's about, though. You're led to believe they died, and if he doesn't lead you to believe that, it's not a great film. I believe they're dead. You didn't believe they were
I
dead?
don't disagree that they're dead. What I'm saying is you see the chancellor get shot. You know she's dead. The French guy's probably dead because whatever. The Japanese guy, you see his car go into the water, and then 3 other world leaders are supposed to be dead. How do we know that? Based on what?
Who are the
That
other
there's
ones?
explosions all over the place. They say
What were the ones that-
6 or 7 world leaders are dead. You don't see any of them die. You don't know how they would have died, other than there's explosions.
Okay. For the audience watching who hasn't seen London Has Fallen, it's really quick. It's about these 2 guys here again. One of the world leaders has died, so they have a funeral, and so now all the world leaders are invited to this place, and they say it's an impossible thing to do security for all these world leaders. And then, of course, the terrorists come, blow up, kill a few world leaders, and their mission is to capture the president and torture him on live air. Is basically their mission, and that's basically the movie. And Gerard Butler has to go save the president again. Again. I still thought this was 10 times better than the first one. Like the beginning had me like, okay, these people are serious. This is some serious stuff going down here. I had trouble.
Like a G8 summit is what I thought it was.
Yeah.
G8 summit with all like the world leaders at one spot.
Yeah. I had trouble with, you know how they blew up the wedding, right? They droned the wedding in the beginning of the movie,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then later on, the president goes, "Oh my God, we killed him with a drone, but we didn't know his family was there." I was like, "Oh, I want to throw this remote control across the room." I'm like, that was propaganda. I felt like propaganda
Well,
was within the movie.
I hear you, but
You know what I
full
mean?
well-
Like, you mean to tell me you targeted this man for all this long, and you didn't scope out the building where he was at? You didn't scope out any people. Well, where's he going? He's going to a wedding. Oh, really? What wedding is he? Oh, it's his daughter's. That didn't happen.
That sounds
That
very
didn't happen at any point. For you to act innocent, like we didn't know his family was there. Get out of here. At that point, I was like, I don't really care which way this movie goes with you. You could die or you could live. I don't care. Because that is irresponsible.
By the way, Sam, you nailed it because this is absolutely a propaganda film. You nailed it with that commentary. But still, it's entertaining.
You didn't need that. He didn't need to say that. You know what I mean? He didn't need to say, "Oh, we didn't know his family was there." It was such a horrible point of the movie. I was just like, no, that's not real. That's definitely not real. But it's what I guess what would be said in the news today. They would say something like that. We didn't know his family was there. So either way. But and then I like the comment from the main terrorist guy when he was like, "I sell triggers just like you."
I'll
thought
give
that
him
was
that. I
you know
don't
what I
disagree
mean?
with that.
Like, yeah, the United States has sold weapons to so many countries. It's unforgivable in my opinion. But to target out other
but
people,
so have every other country in the world too.
Right.
Let's not act. We're not.
Right.
I'm not absolving us.
Yeah,
but let's
totally.
not act like we're the worst offenders.
Totally. But like, we're going after this guy for selling triggers.
Well,
You know what I mean?
we're going after this guy.
I
'cause
was
he's
gonna
against
say,
our
I know like everybody does it, but I do believe we may be the worst offenders.
That's debatable.
I will
And
agree
if we're
with
not
you
the
on
worst,
that.
we're definitely in the top. We're definitely
We're
in the
high
top
up
three
there,
because there's
man.
only a top three.
We're high up there on that. This movie, Gerard Butler, I felt like he was losing his. Did he have an American accent in the first movie? Because I felt like at times, does he have an accent?
Yeah, he did.
Does he
did.
have an accent in real life?
Yeah, he's Irish.
Yeah, it was coming out in this movie every now and then.
I'm sorry,
was
he's
coming-
Scottish. He's Scottish. I'm sorry, he's Scottish.
It was coming out in this movie. I was like, it didn't come out in the last movie. Why is it coming out in this movie?
because
because I think they took the first one seriously. I think they took the second one like, yo, we can pack more action into it. Let's go. We only got 109 days to film this. You know? I'm sorry, but like that's what it felt like. I mean, again, I qualify it for like a good ride, but I mean, it is what it is.
Shout out to Black Crown Comics is in the house.
this conversation right here pissed me off.
And shout out to SVaughn82 in the house. Thank you for being here. This
What
scene
up,
right
fellas?
here.
This scene right here pissed me off.
Why?
What's the matter? I don't know. I just have a bad. It's too.
It's got a bad feeling. It's too good. It's too.
And it's pissing me off. No, you want it to be simple.
You want
Bullshit.
shots
As a Secret
fired.
Service agent, you want everything to be. You don't want chaos. You want everything to be not planned, but everything to be measurable. I guess would be the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. They were very strategic with the way they did this. In real life, the president would be dead right now.
It's debatable.
They're-
That's debatable
He'd be dead.
because of where he was.
He'd be dead.
I like
This
when they get him on
for
the
me, like,
helicopter.
Then they're all
If
dead,
this
movie's over.
level of them shooting rocket
Then they're all
launchers and all that,
Then they're all dead, and there's no reason for this movie.
yeah, exactly. They would all be dead.
So you're saying all these guys are 100% marksmen and never miss.
Who?
Don't
Like
miscalculate things.
the good guys you're talking about, or the bad guys?
I'm talking both sides.
Well,
Gerard
yeah, people
Butler, he
miss.
don't
but-
miss.
That's why this
People miss, but they're firing machine guns. Is like when people don't even know that it's about to happen.
So
you know what I mean?
That's the other thing about this is kind of BS, right? And nice as I said to myself for you, Cliff, is there's no chance the Secret Service agent is just walking around with a pistol. Did you see when Reagan got shot and this dude's pulling fucking submachine guns out of his suit? No chance he's just got this little pistol. No way. Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're shooting with is not realistic.
By the way, I would just like to be that bitch. Because when someone else drops an F-bomb, nobody says there are children watching. I just want to say that.
Who dropped an F-bomb?
I
didn't hear anybody
Green
else.
shirt guy just dropped an F-bomb, and no one said a word.
Green
so
shirt
I
guy,
said to
there's children
myself,
watching.
and I
There's children watching Green shirt guy.
I was gonna
I
say, you're
censored
discriminating
myself and
against
I
me.
swore.
There's children watching Green shirt guy. They may be in the body of 35 to 40-year-old men, but they're still children.
So thank you, Sam, for trying to maintain a state of equity when I brought it up. But second of all, did any single one, like Green shirt guy, like I like, it's hilarious. Like I did not go into this movie with anything. Like movies that
Neither
I
did
went into, I know, but your level of scrutiny is like, what were you
My
having
level
a bad
of scrutiny
day?
is the same
Like-
no matter what movie we watch. to be
No,
fair.
I know, but like,
So
listen,
then-
man, listen. You have definitely been more forgiving with other ridiculous films. This
Correct.
particular
That are
ridiculous
not
film,
based in-
you're
are
going in like
not
a
supposed to be
CIA
based in
agent,
reality.
and I love it. But I'm letting you know, you're coming in hard for a movie that we know. We know this movie is a C or a D. We know
Yeah,
that.
they,
But you're coming in hard. You're coming in with A+.
What I'm saying is,
Cliff, don't say that line again.
I-
Please don't say that line again.
Well, you're coming
I
in
always
hard.
have baseline, right? And depending on what movie it is, if a movie breaks its own rules and it's valid, I give you that. But this is not. There's a lot of stuff in this that's supposed to be realistic, and this is how it really happens. And then they just throw stuff out the window.
Like, it's not realistic. It's a
What I'm
propaganda
saying is, it's
film.
supposed to
We're
be
the
based on
heroes.
reality. This is the Secret Service. This is how we travel with the president. This is how we do things. But then they don't do things that you see on the regular news that they do with the Secret Service. So it's nonsense.
Yeah, but dude, every movie of this genre of like oh no, the president's in danger. Like no, they don't do anything you would do in real life. Number one, I don't even think that we would like want that to be in a movie like as a country.
Well, clearly you're not
and
going to show
number two-
everything. But what I'm saying is it? Yeah.
Right, you want to set
You're,
a,
there's,
you want
well,
to set
you're
a
t-
tone.
so what you're telling me is that the Secret Service protects the president no matter where he goes with 9mm pistols.
in
That's
a
what they
fictional
all
movie
walk
like this.
around with and
In
nothing
a
else.
fictional movie like this with super assassins, of course, I don't give a crap. You know.
Well, then you just fell believe faster than I do, and it's not
Yeah,
it's not
I mean,
realistic.
I thought that's why I was impressed with the gunfight. The gunfight, like really had me in it. Like it actually, it's so funny, right? Like there are moments in this movie that took you out of the movie, but like
Many.
my bar for the movie was so low that the gunfight actually brought me into the movie because I was like, wow, this is actually like really impressive. There's a really impressive like videography happening right here and choreography. This is great. You know, like that actually
Cliff,
made me invested.
You can't. I don't know if you can see the screen right now, but this is the scene that Green Shirt guy goes ballistic earlier about.
Okay.
See this barge right here? It's
Yes, the
filled with explosives and
Right.
and it goes right by him.
That's not the one I'm disputing.
What are you disputing?
Also, who are the two people that were taking the private tour above Westminster Abbey that we never hear
I
about
think they're
again?
just regular people. That
So
got
then
to
why
witness
show
it.
them?
From a regular person's point of view.
Yeah, they
why
just
show
wanted to
them?
show us that innocent people were about to die. I think that's what
Yeah.
they're
We
trying to
know
show us.
innocent people are about to die. It's one of the biggest cities in the world.
Well, number one, and again, I am giving this movie more credit than it deserves when I say these things, right? Except for the gunfight. I think the gunfight was genuinely impressive. I think they just wanted us to connect with some civilians, right? So that
That
when the
didn't work.
explosion happens, like we've connected with those civilians, right?
Didn't work.
And the other thing I want to say is I think they chose Westminster Abbey because it's more meaningful to a European audience than Big Ben is to us. Like we
But
recognize.
I don't
this-
know, man, because Big Ben is the seat of the government in England. So if you're attacking the government in England, it would make more sense to blow up Big Ben, which is attached to the Parliament buildings.
Yeah, but like Westminster Abbey is
Westminster
like
Abbey's for weddings.
Yeah, but these were like
but
some
it's got-
showy. These
it's
were
got
like
a
some
lot of-
showy
it's got a lot of-
terrorists.
Yeah, I
Right,
agree.
it's got
And
lots of
if it's
cultural
meant to be such a
significance.
big deal, tell me you knew that was Westminster Abbey before they told you that's what it was.
Oh,
Not
of course
this
I
guy.
knew.
Exactly. If they had
Not
blown up
this
Big
guy.
Ben, I would have been like, oh, they blew up Big Ben. I know Westminster Abbey's in London. I don't think I've ever seen it from an aerial shot and known that that's what it was. If they'd blown up London Bridge, it would have made more sense.
But I think they chose that because I think the foreign audience would have been more receptive, and they
Because
took a
this made
chance
tons
on
of
that.
movies
And-
internationally.
oh, I don't know, but I'm just saying that I
No,
think
there
they
you
just
go.
I think they took a chance on that. That's that, like I said, I may be giving the movie far more credit than it deserves in my opinion of this, but I do feel because it's got a stronger cultural oh my God, I forgot the word I was just using. But anyway, because there's a stronger cultural reception to it, I think they took the chance on like, let's use that location, right? To destroy.
The other part that took me out
Um,
of it too is when you
just a
see
thought.
the Secretary of State, and she's trying to act like she's all hard all of a sudden. Like, you got slapped around last movie.
She's a little battle torn
she's acting
creature
like
guy.
she's like running stuff. I'm like, nobody.
Bro, give her a
respects you
break.
anymore. Nobody respects you anymore.
Yo,
Just-
green shirt guy, listen, she's a
Wait.
survivor
Why
of
wouldn't people
trauma.
respect
She
her?
went-
What I'm
she-
saying is you can't show strength in this movie after what you displayed in the last movie.
I thought she displayed strength in the
Yeah,
last
Of
movie.
course
Oh.
you can.
When she's being
Of course
dragged
you
out and
can.
saying the
Yo,
Pledge of
this
Allegiance.
What do
is
you
happened.
want from her, greaser
Come on,
guy?
man, that was-
It was a punching bag at
Doing
that
kung fu
point.
grip
Didn't
and
work
stuff.
for me. It didn't work for me.
I
at
felt
all.
she was putting up a fight the whole time, and that to me shows that she has strength.
Okay.
Whether she did anything, that's a different story. But she didn't just lay there. She put in some work.
Okay.
She looks a little battle worn. You know what I mean? Like
Didn't work for me.
Like Cliff said, he's coming in hard. He's coming in hard. This guy.
He is.
There goes the Japanese guy. Yeah. Any other big parts of this movie that you guys like?
I like the when they were on the helicopter and the guys with the RPGs were on the rooftop.
Oh, the helicopter scene was pretty good.
Like he's
Oh,
trying
and
to-
they killed Angela Bassett.
They killed
Ah.
Angela Bassett. Yeah.
Yo, that that pissed me off.
Oh,
you know?
spoiler alert. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him looking back at the thing where she's killed. She got it bad too, man. She got a bad one. Like she had
That
the
also
metal.
took me out of it too when he turned to him and
Ugh.
goes, "Mr. President, we're about to be hit. Brace yourself." And then he
Brace
does it.
yourself.
And then he does it. He does
Yeah,
it.
that-
They get hit by a missile, and just enough for them to make it to the ground gets blown off that helicopter. Okay.
Oh,
It's a movie, guys. It's
I'm
a
just saying.
movie.
you know, he has a. He's
The
starting
other
to
thing
get a few good like action movie lines. Like he like kills the guy, the president. Was like, was that necessary? And he was like, no, it wasn't.
I did like that. I did like that. I'll give you
Trying
that.
to- like Gerard Butler's getting like a few action movie lines in this one now.
Explain to me. Remember the shot where you see them from the top and they know that they're going to MI6 safe house? I didn't fully understand that.
What?
Remember there was the satellite shot of Banning and the president, and they're standing there and they're like, "Oh, is that Banning?" He's like, "No, that guy's left-handed. That's the president." And they looked at something and they knew that they were going to MI6. That I didn't understand that because
I
there was
don't
some
remember.
code in the picture. but they didn't
Oh,
really explain
he
it.
had because he was left-handed. He had the one of the codes was the way he was holding the gun. It was pointed at 6 o'clock.
Okay,
So
so
That
they
was like the
extrapolate
six.
MI6 from that.
yeah. He had like two other things from the way like it was like the way he was holding the gun. It was like that's how they extracted it. But yeah, one of them was like the gun was pointed at 6 o'clock.
That I got, but the rest of it, it was fine. I was like, okay, they would get it, but like it didn't. it wasn't explained well enough to make sense to me.
Mm.
I moved on because it was whatever, but
All right.
and that scene too. He's like, "You got to shoot me." I'm like, first of all, let's relax here.
You gotta kill me. I think he's like, yeah, I know I gotta kill you. All right, don't
Right.
remind me.
And
All right.
thank God, whatever small district and whatever state that Morgan Freeman was born in, decided to vote him into Congress, because now he's the, basically the most powerful person in the world de facto. Not because he was voted to be vice president or president, but because the vice president was taken out, and 2 times the president is incapacitated. Think about it.
Well,
It's not a
very-
senator. It's just a regular congressman who's now the Speaker of the House, and yeah. So it
Very
could be like
interesting
it literally
views
could
on
be
this
like the Hyde Park
movie.
district. Huh?
What happened?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, there.
Yeah, we hear you.
Uh-oh. We gotta
Bill,
wait for it
it's
to
just you and
set.
me now.
Can you hear me now?
I can
I'm
hear
still
you.
here.
Okay,
There.
I hear you.
We're
Sam.
still here. Everybody just hang on. Just hang on a second. It's gonna get right. It's gonna get right. We good? Everybody here?
Yeah, we're good.
I've
Yeah.
been here.
All right.
I'm-
All right. We're good. We're good. We're good. Everybody, don't panic. Don't panic. We're still here. All right. Go ahead, Green Sugar guy.
Oh, what was I saying? It's just lucky that Morgan Freeman's where he is. Like, it could easily be like the small district of Poughkeepsie sent a guy to Congress who worked his way through Congress, is now the Speaker of the House, and suddenly he's basically the president running the show. Not because he has any background in any of this, but because he's been around long enough that now he's the Speaker of the House, because his party's in power. And then I just think it's funny. Like, I went on the internet thinking, oh, maybe they say where he's from and it makes sense and you get a whole background. No, it's just he's a congressman.
Oh, he's vice
All right.
president.
And now he's vice president because the vice president was shot.
Let's get our numbers in. Cliff, you shall go first.
I'm giving this one I'm giving it a full 7.
Okay, full 7. I hear you there. Green shirt guy.
6.
Green shirt guy coming in with a strong 6. Phil,
I'll give it this one a 7.
I also will give this one a 7. This was good. I liked it.
This was a
It was,
good
it was
action.
enjoyable. It was an enjoyable movie to watch. I had problems with certain parts of it that we already spoke about, but just based off as like a movie, enjoyable. And I want to see what the third part, how they up the level of it being a bigger movie.
Oh, I'm pretty sure for my taste it goes downhill from here. But but I was happy that this was not going from Die Hard in the White House to Die Hard on the streets of London. So I was glad that it changed up for an action film. Also, like, typically I don't hold action films in too much high regard. I mean, there are some, but they're the ones that broke the mold.
Well said, Cliff. Well said. All right. That's our show for tonight. Remember, next week, your homework is Angel Has Fallen, the third part in this Has Fallen
Next
series.
weekend's movie. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it as well. I love finishing out trilogies. I hope it finishes strong. Remember, that's your homework to watch for next week, 5 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific, Film and Box Office News. And then tomorrow, Monday night, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific, New Keys and Hot Comics of the Week, episode number 80, where we continue to talk about all the new books, all the new keys, and of course, you get a chance to get a duck in our special end of the month giveaways. So make sure that you're standing there. Phil's adding a great thing this week. You got some other things to add, so tune in tomorrow for some exclusives and some giveaways. All right. So, also, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Help us out in the algorithm. We're at 812, trying to get over to 1,000. And also like and subscribe at Cliff on Comics. We don't know if Cliff is calling from prison right now, but if he is calling from prison, that's a long card and a long call. I wonder what he's giving up for that call.
Nah.
Hopefully something long.
On that note, For myself, for Phil, for Cliff, for Green Shirt Guy, and the rest of the Council of Comics, we love you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes? Soon as they get here, everything will be alright. I need a hero. That's a sack.
Wait a minute. No, wait. I forgot again. We're not done yet here. We're not done here.
You just lost the entire audience. I hope.
Oh, no. The 5 that are watching, they're still there. Listen. I always do the comments. You got to find out who's here. You got to say hello to everybody that came. Las
ones that
Cruces
are left now?
1971. Thank you for joining us. Digger Jim 720. Thank you for joining us. Brian LCS. Thank you for joining us. Rich Davis, thank you for joining us. Toy Games, thank you for joining us. Kamaria, thank you for joining us. Anthony was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Who else came in? S. Vaughn 82 was in the house. Thank you for joining us. Black Crown Comics was in the house. Thank you for joining us. And that's it. All right. And we'll do this away we go.
Okay.
Black is like the brightest day. Where are the heroes?